Hello guys, welcome on my YouTube channel Bionova. Today we will see one technique. Name of technique is rDNA technology. So today we'll see what is rDNA technique and how to form recombinant DNA and what is the application of rDNA technique. So first we will see some applications part. I will give you 2-3 applications, and in this applications we are using rDNA technology. So these are very basic type of uh, byproducts. So here is first one is production of humulin. You know humulin, this one is insulin, and this one insulin we can form with the help of human gene, with the help of bacterial cells. So production of humulin hormone which will form with the help of bacterial cell, E. coli cell. So with the help of E. coli cell we can form humulin. Next one example is cell makes hepatitis B vaccine. So how to form hepatitis B vaccine with the help of rDNA technique? We are using rDNA technique for the formation of this one vaccine. One more example, BT cotton. These are insect resistant. So these plants also we can form with the help of rDNA technology. So we will see what is rDNA technique. So first we will start with the steps of rDNA techniques. So here is basic step of rDNA. Start with insert. So here is isolation of DNA fragment containing gene of interest. So we have to isolate. Suppose we have a particular this one part. Suppose this one is DNA fragment. Okay, this one is DNA fragment. So this one fragment have, suppose this one is gene of interest. So this one is gene of interest. Means we can say that desired gene. Okay, and this one gene is applicable. So first we have to isolate DNA fragment which have gene of interest, and then the formation of rDNA. Second one step, the formation of rDNA. Now this one DNA fragment which have gene of interest we have to insert into vector. So suppose this one is vector and a suitable vector. Okay, so this one fragment we have to insert in the vector. So there are multiple steps are there. First restriction endonuclease will cut. Okay, and same restriction endonuclease will cut this one fragment also. Now this one fragment will introduce in the vector. Now this one vector means this one desired gene containing vector called as rDNA. Now this one called as rDNA. So first one is isolation of DNA fragment containing gene of interest. So this one is isolation of DNA fragment which have gene of interest, and second one is we have to form rDNA. So suitable vector and desired gene containing DNA fragment both combined, and then formation of rDNA. Now third one step called as transformation. So this one vector we have to transform into the host cell. Suppose this one is host cell, then again we have to introduce first isolation of this one vector from this one host cell, same host cell we have to again introduce. Okay, so this one process called as transformation. And last one is selection. So we have to identify this one host cell recombinant type of DNA or normal DNA. So how to identify? So here is some selectable markers are there. So these marker will helps to identify rDNA containing host cell. Okay, so again I will explain. First one is isolation of DNA fragment which have gene of interest, then we have to form rDNA, then we have to this one rDNA we have to introduce into host cell, and then we have to identify which cells have rDNA. So here is this one the diagram. Here is vector, this one vector. Okay, and this one is DNA, and DNA have gene of interest, and then here is rDNA. Now rDNA we will introduce into host cell. Now host cell have two type of process, replication and expression, and after reproduction here is the formation of multiple cells. Now we will see one modification system. This one name is restriction modification system. So rDNA technique is complete, 4 steps are there, and then we can form recombinant DNA, and according to recombinant DNA we can form desired product. Now we will see restriction modification system. Restriction modification system, so in this system there are two parts. First one is a restriction enzyme and second one is methylation. So one by one we will see. First we will see restriction enzyme. Restriction endonuclease, what is the function? It restricts the propagation of foreign DNA, because this one have digestion process, so this one will digest any foreign DNA. So if foreign DNA enter into host cell, then if host cell have restriction enzyme, then this one will digest. Okay, so this one main function. Second one, digest on a specific DNA sequence. Digest on specific DNA sequence. So here is specific sequence. Here is this one is called as a recognized sequence. So this one will cut only on recognized sequence. Now second one is process is methylation. So how to prevent the activity of restriction enzyme? So here is a very special type of process, this one called as methylation. So in methylation, if methyl group attach with recognized sequence, then this one enzyme cannot digest that one fragment. So methylation, addition of methyl group to one or two bases of recognized sequence. Suppose this one restriction enzyme, suppose this one DNA and this one restriction endonuclease, here is a particular recognized sequence and this one will digest from here, and if we will attach here is methyl group, then this one will not digest. Okay, so methylation prevent the digestion process by the restriction enzyme. Now second one is methylation prevent digestion. Next one is bacterium protect its own DNA. Suppose here is bacterium. Okay, so this one bacterium have restriction endonuclease. So suppose this one is DNA. Okay, so how to protect their DNA? So they will attach methyl group. Okay, so this one digestive enzyme cannot digest their own DNA. Okay, so this one protection role of methylation. Now we will see restriction endonuclease have 3 types, but in rDNA technique we will use only second type. Okay, so this one will be useful for the rDNA technique, and here is what is the role of type second. So it recognize and cut DNA within a specific sequence, and this one is specific sequence called as recognition sequence. So recognition sequence always palindromic type. What is the meaning of palindromic? Palindromic means when we see, suppose here is 5 2 3, so suppose here is AGCT. Okay, AGCT. When we read from again 5 to 3, then again AGCT. So both are symmetrical, and when we read both the strand, then same type of sequence. Suppose here is 5 to 3, then AGCT, again here is 5 to 3, AGCT. So this type of sequence we can say that these are palindromic, and here is minimum 4 to 8 base pairs are required. Okay. Now here is written the definition of palindromic sequence. So it consisting of 4 to 8 base pairs, and the sequence in both DNA strand at this side reads same 5 to 3. So when we read from this side to that side 5 to 3 AGCT, again 5 to 3, then AGCT. So this type of sequence called as palindromic sequence. Now we will see nomenclature. So nomenclature for restriction enzyme, first 3 letter for genus and species. So here is ECO R1, E for genus, R for strain, which type of strain, and CO for species. And first number means designated first number. First time This one is degenerated in E. coli cell. Okay. Here is first restriction enzyme discovered by W. Arbour, Smith and Nathans. So now I will give you some examples of restriction enzyme. So these are restriction enzyme: ALU, BAMH1, EcoR1, EcoR2, HAE third, HIN third, PST1, SAL first, and these are the source. These are the different microbial source. Okay, and these are the palindromic or recognized sequence. So they will digest from here. Okay, so the different sites are there. I will show you. So here is, this one is palindromic sequence, AGCT, again AGCT, and this one arrow for this one for digestion. Okay, if here is attached any methyl, then it will not digest this one sequence. Here is for restriction enzyme, this one digestive site. Okay, so different enzyme have different type of recognized sequence. Again, restriction endonuclease cut, the formation of cut, there are two type. One is blunt and second one is sticky. If here is these two strand symmetrical cut, this one called as blunt cut. If both are cohesive cut, both have cohesive cut, this type of cut, then this one called as cohesive or sticky type of cut. So here is cleave both strand are DNA through center, and this one is symmetrical cut. So here is AGCT, so here is this type of cut. Okay, so here is two fragment will form, and here is, when we see this one, so here is different type. So one and second one is here, not here, here is. So here is this type of cut. Okay, so here is sticky type of cut. Now we will see a restriction fragment length polymorphism, RFLP. So with the help of RFLP we can find or correlate between two different individual. So first we have to isolate DNA from an only individual, and then we have to digest this one DNA, and then formation of fragments, So here is formation of fragments, and then we will see RFLP pattern. So here is one diagram. So here is two individual, and then first one is isolation of complete DNA, and then formation of different size fragment, and then we have to use electrophoresis, and then formation of bands, and then according to bands we can identify relation between two individuals. So this one called as RFLP. Now after restriction enzyme, there are two different type of enzyme also used in rDNA technique. First one is ligase. What is the meaning of ligase? Ligase means to combine, to bind two fragments. Okay, joining type. So here is ligate means join. So here is DNA ligase. So what is the function? It join two fragment of DNA. So here is phosphate group, here is OH group. So both will form phosphodiester bond. Here is the formation of phosphodiester bond, and then formation of complete bond. So here is this one function, and this one isolate from T4 type of bacteriophage. Next one is alkaline phosphatase. So this one prevent the activity of ligase, because this one enzyme remove phosphate group. So removal of phosphate group, this one will not ligate two fragments of DNA. Okay, so this one function ligation require the presence of 5-phosphate group. If fragments are treated with alkaline phosphatate, then remove their phosphate. If phosphate is absent, then these two fragments cannot again ligate. So here is this one, the function of this one alkaline phosphate, prevented self ligation by treating it. If here is vector, this one vector, and first one we have cut with the help of restriction enzyme, then we have to treat with alkaline phosphatase. So here is phosphate group will remove, so self ligation we can prevent. Okay, so hope guys you are satisfied with this video, and next one video we will see the different application of rDNA and